Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the top as their guys are ready to do this. And the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL way on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. 30 base. Here we go. Tyler Wingo. Tyler, 64. Weak.
Throwing on first complete to Smith. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in.
Team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Go. Hey, Alpha.
Ridley. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I think
they catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick.
Operating from the gun, Schaefer. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll be 10. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a first down. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. Sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On first down, Whitley. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Hey.
To throw again, Schaefer. And his throw here is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, Schaefer. And that will be incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
And he gets off a high spiraling kick. And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Mariota. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, come on now, come on now.
Leo, go.
36.
Now the first carry for an Ohio native. It's Ezekiel Elliott. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st and 10, Ridley. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Second and 4 at the Bengals' 15-yard line.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
80 weapons. Hey, high 7.
2nd and 4. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His 4th catch already in this first quarter. It's a first down.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Hey, Haywood.
Watch him be dropped. Mike's 59.
Operating from the gun. Schaefer. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. A 5-yard touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Extra point attempt to come here. It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0.
Next to score, Lions 7, Bengals nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And a terrific return there. They're finally able to corral him down near the 11-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
X3, 218, chop. 5.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
No lack of guts at all on that one. Normally in this situation in the red zone, that type of play isn't run, but I think they're trying to catch the defense off guard and also break tendency. No one really runs that type of a play. Guess what? We are. Let's see how you handle it.
Check 13. Kill. Check 9. Alert 3.
Hey, orbit. Ready.
On second down, Elliott. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to extend their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 14-0.
14, Bengals nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On 2nd and 11 now. Mariota escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. 27 yards there, a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Off the play fake, Mariota sliding out of the pocket. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by the linebacker, Jared Davis.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Slam, slam, slam. Check, 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 check.
Topper, topper. Rock it. Now.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Greystone travel.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Bengals nothing.
Let's go. 90 Wolf.
Let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet bombers.
Check 24. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
On 2nd down now. It's Elliott. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Down.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
Box lights. Hey, Sam on.
Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 3, check 3.
Go.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now.
Hey, 50. 50's the mic. 50's the mic. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitley. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. And he gets it down to the 32.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Let's go now. 15, Ronnie. 15 Ronnie.
Here we go.
Let's go.
On 3rd and 2. Whitley. Thomas has got it. Complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a 1st down for them, too.
Come on, set. 18 Gator.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
From the gun, Whitley. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. So now things get interesting on 3rd and goal from the 1.
This almost becomes a Darwinian call, doesn't it? Almost survival of the fittest here. I know we can go all cliche. I'll go ahead and do it. Who wants it more here? Who has a better leverage at the line of scrimmage? Let's go and see what happens.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in with Elliott. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play there for Detroit. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on 2nd and goal.
Watch the pass. Switch.
Go.
Hey, turn it up. Mike 5'9".
Operating from the gun, Whitley. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Lions 28, Bengals nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bengals take over
Let's go,
1st and
baby.
10
Let's go.
at their own 25-yard line.
Wait.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. You've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now Joe Mixon, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Strip that ball. Mike's 57. 57's Mike. He don't know no better.
Mixon with it. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 9, Mariota over the middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll find Hall. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Wade. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
6 guard. Check 6 guard. One.
To the air again. Mariota dumps it off to Mixon. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7.
Three.
Mariota again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And this one is right down Broadway. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
He'll have a first down past the 40. And how about that for just running out the clock? Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Look at me. Go. Undercrunch. Now.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. First down, Mariota. His throw incomplete. Austin Hooper, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that, it comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and this is scooped up by the Lions. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
Set 50, plant.
59. In the face.
2.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead.
Lions 35, Bengals 3.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
What you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy?
Throwing, Mariota. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Mariota from the gun on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. And they're going to go for it here on the 4th down try. Mariota's going to stay out there.
Check hot route. Hot.
They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And finding the tight end Hooper. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
Hey, Echo.
From the gun, Ridley. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll go down at the 28. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home.
Shift.
Hey, Delta.
Mike's 59.
Throwing on 1st down. Whitley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
As much football as we watch, we've seen this work many times. In the red zone, 1st down, take a shot at the end zone, and points result. In this case, though, give credit to the defense. They outguessed them, were prepared, and intercepted the pass.
Following the interception here, Mariota. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there, because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati 1st down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, there's a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball. And that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it here. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Accelerating, and off he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now.
Next to score, Lions 31, Bengals 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got you. I got
you. Fair.
Check.
Get it.
Now Elliott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Operating from the gun. Whitley. It's caught. Smith.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Second and 6. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time. They ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Whitley. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. On 4th down, Whitley.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a 1st down.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Mariota. Over the middle, complete. It's Hall. They'll wind up with 7 on the dump-off, but it'll set up third down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
He's crashing.
Where are they, team?
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's 4th down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back now in Cincinnati. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
One.
Now Mariota on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. The 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through, but in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Get ready. Watch safety creep. Three. Safety's creeping. Chance.
Mixon trying to punch it in, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's a run with Mixon. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Now, after that last play, there's a Bengal down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So here we go on a 3rd and goal. This Lions defense, they haven't broken yet.
Switch. One.
They'll try to run this one in. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Let's get it.
They'll come out in the pistol. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Throwing is Mariota, and it's caught. A great open field tackle that's going to stop him shy of the goal line. They stop him on 4th and goal at the 3. And the Lion defense able to come up there with a goal line stand. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is. I'm glad that you went in that direction, because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, I'm impressed by what I've seen from this team.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
No. Check three. Watch the edge.
Hey, lock it.
Check. Back. Under 10. 10.
Let go.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Set. 60 or.
Let's go, B. Big series right here.
6-6. Pull it high.
Switch. Joker, 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 joker.
Let's go.
They'll run with Elliott. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. On second down, it's Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Let's go.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Get in the weight room.
Get it.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
59's Mike, 59's Mike. Check, 59.
To throw on second down. Whitley. And this one complete to Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
On the set.
13 yards. And the Lions
Check.
first
Hey,
down.
foxtrot. Deep grip.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Mariota. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
A game on the play. And the Bengals first down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Mariota now to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, it's Mariota. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete in the end zone. Results in a fourth down.
A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 4-yard line.
So this one's over. It's a win for the Detroit Lions. And really, it looked at times like they just had this one in cruise control out there.
Yeah, they deserve a ton of credit because you and I both know, heck, they knew. This is a tough place to play. Overcame that with ease, romped home with an easy win. And here's the best part for them. It'd be easy to get to the airport because the crowd left pretty early in this one, didn't it?
Well, plus they have a police escort.
Okay, you had to spoil that part of it. Of course, they're going to get there. But think about how wide open things are now because this crowd didn't expect this.
No.
So they went back to the tailgate and said, let's go eat. This one isn't any fun for us.
Yeah, they took the drama out of this one pretty early on. So for Detroit, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to Lambeau to take on the Packers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they dipped to 2-5 now with the loss. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.